When people hear multiple income streams, they usually think of side hustles. And no, I don't want to have more side hustles in order to make more money, because I'm at this point of my life where I don't have time and energy. I am a mom, I am a 37-year-old woman, and I'm so busy with so many things going on in my life. So what I want is less stress, better positioning, and long-term wealth. That's exactly what I want. And I'm trying to build this by layering the different types of income on purpose. And I'm gonna classify this income in 3 main categories that I'm gonna explain in this video. These 3 main categories is gonna help me to create the life that I want, which is create long-term wealth. So if you are with me, keep watching. Hello everyone, my name is Kate. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe to my channel. It's completely free and you are gonna help me a lot to keep creating content. Okay, let's start with the first category of income and the foundation of everything else. And I call it the active or operator income, because this income is generated by the businesses and platforms that I actively operate. And for me, that platform is content. I have a YouTube channel in Spanish with more than 100K subscribers. And this isn't just a YouTube channel. I actually treat it as a business. And this is the engine of everything else, because it allows me to create different revenue streams without starting from scratch. Thanks to my content business, I'm able to generate income in several ways. First of all, through brand partnerships. I work with brands that I trust, that I recommend, that I use, and I promote their products and services on my videos in Spanish. So if you're planning to open a YouTube channel, I recommend you to treat it as a business. If you want to open an Instagram account and work with brands, treat it as a business, because there is a strategy and there is a system behind it. It's not just creating content for the sake of creating content, okay? That's what I've been doing for 6 years in a row, and I'm so happy with that channel that is my business and the engine of everything else. My next income stream is affiliate commission, and this works when a consumer, a viewer, goes to the description of my videos, use the link to buy a product or a service that I'm promoting on the video. So if they buy it, I'm gonna make a commission for it. Another stream of income in this category is YouTube AdSense. YouTube pays me for the advertisement that you guys see on my videos. Companies pay YouTube to promote their products, their services, and that's the way YouTube can pay creators. This is volatile. This is not a fixed payment, because it depends on the number of views. But if you have good views, you're gonna have better payment. And just to motivate you, my first check was $100 when I started. I think it took me like 8 months or something like that to get my first check. And of course, that number has been multiplied by 10, by 20. I'm so happy, because that's another source of income, only because I treat this content creation as a real business. My stand store is another income stream, and here I have my digital products. I created this guide where I show you how to start a YouTube channel with the right foot. I put all my knowledge, useful tools, useful resources in order for you to start a YouTube channel with success. And I recommend you, if you are an expert at one area, if you have expertise, if you have experience, don't waste your talent, don't waste your knowledge, and start making money with it. And it's very easy now with the technology that we have. Stone Store is amazing, because here you just follow the steps and boom, you have your digital products. Within my Stone Store, I also offer coaching sessions, and this is great because I like talking to people and connect with my followers one-to-one. But it is true that I don't want to have these coaching sessions every day and all the time, because as I said, I don't have time. But I love to talk to the people that are interested in investing in real estate, for example, because I am an owner of 4 apartments. I rent these apartments, and it's a great way to secure long-term wealth. And I love talking to people that have that mentality as well. I also talk about small businesses and experiences as an immigrant in the United States. So when people want to connect with me and talk about those topics, it's perfect, because they can go to my Stone Store, book a call, and I can connect with them. So it's another way to make money, offering your expertise, your guidance. So please don't waste your opportunity to make money. Okay, we just saw the operator income, and I love this type of income because it gives me cash flow. It gives me the opportunity to fund other investments and also to to have more control of my money, which I like it a lot. But now let's move to the second category, and I call it the asset-based cash flow. And this includes the real estate rental income, also the dividends from my investment accounts, and also the interest from high yield savings accounts. So let's start with my real estate investments, because I own 4 apartments. I recently bought another property with 2 more apartments, and the money that I get from this rental is amazing. It's something that I get every month, and it gives me the opportunity to have a better lifestyle. But it's not only that. It's real estate is not only to rent, because you can increase the equity of these properties. The properties are gonna increase in value over time. They are gonna appreciate, but also the equity that you are building over the years. Let's talk about dividends. Dividends are also income, but you have limited control over them. I own stocks on Apple, Coca-Cola, and other S&P 500 companies, but you can invest a lot if you want to see return. For example, if you want to make $500 a month in Coca-Cola in dividends, you need to be willing to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to make $500 a month. That's why for me, real estate is much more lucrative and much more feasible. It is true that with dividends, you don't work. I mean, you just invest once and then you see your money, but with real estate, you gotta work a little bit, find properties and see how you can renovate them and make profit when you rent the properties. But dividends is also good for the ones that maybe have more knowledge and they study the market. But if you are just trusting somebody because they say this A or B and they don't have fully knowledge of what they are talking about, so that's why we have many cases of scams. So we need to be very careful of how we invest our money. I also have these investments because, of course, I want to secure my future. I want to build long-term wealth. I want to leave something to my kids, and I don't want to worry about money in the future. I'm 37 right now. When I'm 50, I don't want to say, hey, why did I invest when I was younger? Because then it's going to be probably too late. And as humans, we are not going to have the same energy when you are 50 than when you were 20 years old. So we need to be very mindful. And dividends, I leave it there. I don't make much money, but it helps me to secure my financial future. Another way that I make money is through the interest I make from high yield savings accounts. I have an account in Seed Bank, and when I open this account, they pay me more than 4% in interest, but something happened this year that they only pay 3.75% in interest, which is still very good. Having your money in a high yield savings account is much better than having your money in a normal bank that is not going to pay you any interest. For example, if you have $10,000 with a high yield savings account that pays you 3.75% of interest, you're going to have a year $375 compared to a normal bank that is not going to pay you anything or very, very little. And what I love about these high yield savings accounts is that it gives you liquidity, meaning that you can access to this cash. It's available anytime and you can withdraw it without any problem. Okay, it's time to talk about the third category, and I call it the growth-driven income. And this is based on equity, because some of the biggest gain that I've had come from real estate, especially from equity, because equity didn't pay me every month like the dividends or my rental income, but it builds quietly as my property's value increase and the loan balance goes down. Okay, and that means that this equity can become usable money in the future through refinancing, through selling the properties. Let's put an example. If I want to sell my first property, I got it for $107,000. Right now it's worth $200K, and maybe in 2 or 3 years it's worth $300K, which is a lot. So if I sell it, I will only need to pay the mortgage to the bank, and the rest is going to be for me. All the money is going to be for me, for my family, for my future. So you can imagine all the amazing opportunities you can create with that. You can create a business, you can put the money in a bank, in a trust, so many wonderful things. And sometimes, as you can see, not all values are shown as income. income. I know this third category is not about income that I get every month, but I want you to think deeper, expand your vision. This equity is going to become money in the future. And for me, that's very important. I want to build long-term wealth for me, for my family, for my children. And this is the way to do it. So right now, if you have different side hustles, it's good. But remember that time and energy is limited. So that's why you need to start investing right now. And here on this channel, I'm going to start sharing my journey as a real estate investor, as a founder, as an entrepreneur, how I'm trying to secure my financial future to create long-term wealth. If you like what you're hearing and if you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. It's free and you are going to help me keep creating content. Also follow me on my Instagram in English, where I'm going to share more about the creation of long-term wealth and how to secure your financial future. Also, if you're interested in these topics, I'm going to send weekly emails to all the people that subscribe to my newsletter. Thank you for watching this video until the very end. See you in the next one. Bye bye.